NASCAR suspends Austin Hill for his actions at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, plus Stewart Friesen was involved in a very scary accident. We'll talk about that. Welcome back to BrakeHard. I'm Matt. Two housekeeping things real quick. One, Closing Last podcast, did a live stream for that on Tuesday. I think we're going to probably do that more often to the YouTube channel. I'll promote it more on socials, but look for that on Mondays. Usually Tuesday is a weird time this week, but enjoyed that. Put a link down below in the description if you want to watch it there. Also, it is up on Spotify and on iTunes as well. Second thing, if you follow me on TikTok, I've seen a lot of people comment, tag me in these videos. There is an account out there, BrakeHard_NASCAR, that has been clipping my videos. The picture of me is the profile picture. All of that, not me. Certainly not me at all. A lot of bad editing that is done by that account. It's not associated with me. I've tried to reach out to the person that runs it. They don't want to talk to me. They just continually block my accounts, which is unfortunate. So if you want to report it, great. If not, totally fine as well. There, listen, maybe it's like, a cool thing, right? There's an account that wants to clip my stuff. Like that's, kind of a cool thing, I guess, right? I just wish they didn't use my face as the profile picture or the name of my channel as well. So we'll have to look into that in the future. But let's get into what we're going to talk about today. Austin Hill has been suspended one race by NASCAR for his actions on Saturday in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Indianapolis. If you missed it, the 21 and the 19 of Eric Almirola got into it. 19 of Almirola gets the 21 loose in turn 3, moves him up the racetrack, gets him sideways. Austin Hill catches it, and then in the short shoot, just turn left into Almirola, hooks him in the right rear, turns him head onto the wall. Almirola said it was the hardest hit he's taken in his NASCAR career, next to the one that broke his back in the Cup Series at Kansas. And Austin Hill immediately came out the radio and said, didn't mean to right hook him there. Okay, then we see the replay, and we saw Austin Hill and his white gloves just go bam to the left and hit the 19 cars. So a lot of people were asking, does NASCAR have SMT data on the Xfinity cars? Are they going to be able to prove this? They didn't need SMT data. They could just look at it the historical way, the old school way. Look, he's wearing white gloves, and he just did that right there. So he deserved a suspension for it. That is a very warranted suspension. Obviously, Richard Childress is going to be absolutely fuming mad about it. He is going to storm down from Welcome, North Carolina, and raid the offices of NASCAR in Charlotte. Not actually, but he's not going to be happy about it because he thinks that Austin Cindric should have been suspended after COTA for intentionally hooking Ty Dillon in the right rear. And I don't disagree with him. I do think Austin Cindric should have been suspended for that. I think NASCAR should be consistent on all these calls. But the explanation kind of was, hey, listen, road courses are different than super speedways or different than a speedway. Okay, I guess I can see that. And they were consistent with this call here. We've seen it with Chase and Bubba at Las Vegas. We saw it with, or not Chase and Bubba, Larson and Bubba at Las Vegas, Chase and Denny at Charlotte, and now here with this. Okay, one race suspension. RCR says that they will not appeal the penalty. They're going to accept it. Austin Dillon will drive the 21 car at Iowa this upcoming weekend. Kind of wish it was Kyle Busch in there, at least if you wanted a chance to run really well. I think Kyle would have been the more fun option there, but whatever. They're going to put Austin Dillon in the car. Austin Hill will get a week off and go to the Braves game at Bristol if he wants to. I'm going to have to run and hide from him because I'm sure he probably isn't a huge fan of mine. He can watch his family's show come back on television, King of the Hill, back on air on Hulu next week, I believe, on August 5th. So, yeah, there's a lot of things Austin Hill can do in his week off now. He's got a free vacation week, but part of this is he loses his 21 playoff points and probably would have had 27 based on where he would have finished in the points. So he just flushed 27 playoff points down the drain. And now he's going to have to start the playoffs with 0, and that's not ideal. And the first round is a round that he can definitely advance out of. It's got Bristol in it. It's got the Roval in it. He can probably get out of it, but you'd really like to have that safety net of those playoff points as well. So for Austin Dillon, yeah, listen, there's consequences to actions, and he's finally learning that at the ripe age of 31 years old. You would think that he wouldn't necessarily act like this anymore, but, it takes some people longer to mature in life. Whatever, I get it. So, yeah, he will not be racing at Iowa this weekend. He will be sitting at home, maybe pondering that role model that he said he wanted to be after Martinsville, the same race where he junked like 6 cars trying to get to the front there. But, again, I digress on this. Austin Hill, suspended one race by NASCAR. No surprise there. We'll see him back in action, Watkins Glen, in 2 weeks' time, a week and a half time from now. But until then, Austin Dillon will be in the car, and NASCAR doesn't have to worry about this debate raging on any longer because it was a warranted suspension. suspension. On Monday night, Stewart Friesen, NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race winner this year, coming off a good run at IRP, got disqualified after the race, but that doesn't take away the fact that he did have a good run, led 20 laps on Friday night, was involved in a very scary accident in Canada on Monday night. At Autodrome Drummond, he was racing his modified, goes off the backstretch. There's no backstretch wall at this racetrack. You can see in the video right here. Goes off, hits that turn 3 wall, flips up in the air, lands on the wall, bursts into flames, gets tagged by another car. Thankfully, Stewart was awake, alert, and talking to the first responders there at the racetrack. He went in for... they took him to the hospital for further evaluation. His wife updated everybody on Monday night and said that all the scans came back clear, but he's still in a lot of pain. He has a broken pelvis in multiple spots and a fractured right leg. He'll be transported from Canada to New York to a hospital in New York where his surgeries will take place at. His wife did say that he is in critical but stable condition, which is all good news there. Unfortunate for Stewart Friesen. Terrifying accident as well. Dirt track safety's come a long way. I think there's still a ways to go, and I think having backstretch walls is important a lot of times, mainly because it takes away that, just blunt face impact that you can make with that turn 3 wall. And you have a situation like this. It's the same reason why I don't like racetracks that have the exit of the racetrack down at the entrance to turn 3, because again, you can fly into there and meet a sudden stop at that wall opening, or the wall beginning rather, and that's what we saw with Stewart Friesen. Sent him up in the air, the landing, the bursting of the flames, the getting tagged by another car, just an awful looking accident for Friesen. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of questions around the future of that 52 truck, who's going to get in it. The team hasn't made any sort of announcements, any changes, anything like that. That truck, though, is locked into the owner's playoff because of his win earlier this year at Michigan. So you would think that they're going to find a driver to put in that truck for the playoffs, or however long it takes Stewart to recover, which is going to take some time. Like I said, he's got a broken pelvis in multiple spots and a broken leg. Unfortunately, not something he's going to be able to just hop right back into. Like when Hocevar broke his leg at Gateway, thankfully they didn't amputate it, and then he showed up and ran the next race. Like, you can do it. It's painful. It's not going to be fun. But in Friesen's situation, he's got a little bit more that happened than that. He's going to be out for a little bit, I would assume. I think that's, kind of the general thinking here. We'll have to wait and see what the team decides to do driver-wise. Obviously, something else to remember is when they get into the playoffs, Cup drivers can't drive in the Xfinity or the Truck Series, so they're going to have to find an Xfinity guy to put in there, or someone that's doing a part-time schedule, like an Eric Almirola or something like that, to get in the truck. So wait and see what the team decides to do there. Thankful that Stewart Friesen's still with us. Obviously, good guy, been around the sport for a while. Single car team for most races, single truck team rather. They do things their own way over there at Halmar Friesen, and yeah, they do a good job of it as well. So hate to see that happen to a guy like Stewart, especially after he had a down year to start, got that win, came close to getting another win at Atlanta back in the springtime, and then to see something like this happen, it's just a bummer all around. So well wishes out to him. Hope for a speedy recovery, everything that goes along with that, and we'll wait to see what the team decides to do getting off into the future. So let me know in the comments what you think about Austin Hill's suspension. Is it warranted to you? Is it not warranted? Stewart Friesen, his accident. Obviously, we all hope that he makes a full recovery and everything like that. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on TikTok at BrakeHard, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at BrakeHardBlog.